goals and dreams. And yes, I want to run the Iditarod for as long as my body holds out. I don't know if that's 2 years or 20 years, we'll see. But I know if I don't slow down on 1,000-mile races, like Quest, Iditarod back-to-back, that my career is going to end shorter than I want it to. So, on that note, I started thinking, wow, if I slow down on 1,000-mile races and do some shorter stage sprint-type races, I might be able to do this a lot longer. So, on the management part, I was telling my wife, you know, the purse for the Iditarod dropped last year substantially. The Yukon Quest purse remained the same, which isn't much. My finishing position in the Quest dropped one position this year. Obviously, I took a pay cut. I still managed to win the Iditarod. I took another pay cut. So at the end of Iditarod, I thought, man, we got to get down to a manageable kennel, something that is easy to work with. I don't need 4 handlers, and something that myself and my wife can take care of the way it used to be. And you know, we had better success. We was making a little more money. Not that I'm not successful, but I'm struggling now to manage four people and 100 dogs. Like I said, I'm getting a little carried away. I don't think that you can, in my opinion, I don't think you can manage and effectively train 100 dogs the way they should be. Somebody sacrifices something somewhere. So, I ended up selling nearly 40 dogs. But on the heels of that, I bought 40 dogs. Sorry, babe. You know, against her better judgment. But I have these visions again, you know, I would like to, we don't know what these dogs are still capable of doing. You know, every year our gear gets better, our feeding gets better, our training techniques get a little better, and we make mistakes to learn from and we try to get better, just like anybody else. But I think that I can have a kennel that can multitask, basically. I want to be able to do long distance, mid distance, straight racing, and sprint racing out of one kennel. I have enough dogs, obviously. I have enough people. I just don't have the experience in all these departments. I think I'm pretty good at a 1,000-mile race. I don't know anything about 20 miles and racing full bore. So it's exciting for me. So for me to be standing up here telling you how to manage a kennel, I'm not sure. I'm doing what I think is normal for me and my thoughts and my ideas and my visions. You know, a lot of people want their kennel help to do the chores, run the dogs, and go do their own thing. For me, I want to be involved with my help. I want them to be there because they love to be there and want to be there for the dogs, not because they're going to make a paycheck. That's more important than anything to me. I want them to love the dogs the way I love them and do the things because they're passionate about it, not because they're going to get paid at the end. So we still have mixed feelings about this. I have, you know, 4 guys living in my house basically at all times. And I don't get a whole lot of time for myself with my wife and kids. So again, I'm not sure I'm managing my kennel the right way. But I'm managing it to my beliefs and my visions. And my guys are very supportive of what I do. They only know what I've taught them. So the breeding program, part of my kennel, and the managing my breeding program has been basically a lot of guessing and make mistakes. You know, just like anybody else, we put together a combination that we think is going to work, and we're going to have, you know, we have 6 puppies, and we hope that those 6 puppies turn out to be what we're after. And only 2 of them ended up, you know, what I'm after. That doesn't make the other 4 bad dogs. They're just not what I'm looking for. And at this level, you know, I'm getting kind of picky now. This is all still new to me, trying to figure out what the ideal team is. I don't think that I've managed that yet. You know, I was fortunate enough last year, I finished with 15 of the 16 dogs I started with. I had a great finishing position, and my team looked sharp at the end of my dinner run. But I still felt like I was making mistakes, and that my dogs weren't actually up to par from what I believe they were capable of doing. So how do we improve on our finishing position? Well, we don't, but I can still improve on my personal performances. And I still make mistakes just like anybody else. But hopefully I'm making fewer and fewer every year. Last year I was humbled a little bit. 2009 was a very fine, smooth, effortless run for me. 2010 was not the same way. I had problems right from the get-go, sick dogs, thawed-out meat. And after coming off a run in 2009 that was so perfect and so smooth, to have a team that wasn't performing so smooth and everything was so hard, my attitude started getting pretty sour. And I was not having fun. And it was reflecting on my team. It was obvious to the people around me. And midway through the race, things just weren't going my way. And I'm used to things going my way. So I was really getting irritated, and I was getting a bad attitude. And I finally had to sit back and just kind of slap myself in the face and say, get over it. You're not going to win every race. So my approach from that checkpoint to the finish line was try to get every dog that I still had to the finish line. And my attitude changed. I had a better attitude, and now it's not about doing well. I had to put myself out of this for, who cares what I want? If the dogs ain't up for the task, it doesn't matter what I want. And we all want to do well in this sport. But it's a dog race. And it's up to the dogs to perform up to my expectations. So I just kind of had to let it go and realize that this wasn't the smooth 2009 run that I had. I have to work at this a little bit. So for me, my 2010 performance was my best personal performance as dog care and getting dogs to know that typically would not have made it.